Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we discuss the urban knife style and jungle survival. Today we're going to have a look at an EDC fixed blade. EDC means everyday carry, and typically we look at folding knives, but I have over here a fixed blade. First, a big thank you to WithArmour for sending me this knife for review. I do own a WithArmour folding knife which I bought. It is the WithArmour Gent, which I've reviewed previously. You can check out the video in the link in the card or the description below. WithArmour is based out of Yangdong, Guangdong in China. They are an original equipment manufacturer or OEM for many well-known brands such as Buck, SOG, Boker, CRKT and Kershaw knives, to name a few. Today we're going to have a look at this knife. This is the WithArmour Raymond, or model number 079BK. I'm not sure why it's called the Raymond. Maybe that's the name of the designer, or maybe the designer just likes the name. After all, everyone loves Raymond. I don't have as many fixed blades as I do folding knives, but I'm always interested in fixed blades that can be used as an urban EDC as well as a jungle EDC. Let's first check out the box. The packaging is quite nice, and it's designed as a gift box, so the WithArmour knives also make very presentable presents. Pun intended. So let's open up the box. There's some product information over here. So this is about WithArmour, and this is a WithArmour lifetime warranty. So that's pretty good. You get a lifetime warranty with the knives. Now inside here we have the knife in this very nice foam cutout. So feels really nicely made, and you can see the indent for that belt clip for the Kydex sheath. And this knife does comes with this Kydex sheath, which feels very solid and good. Right, let's put this box away and let's have a look at the knife itself. That's pretty nice, very sleek looking. You can see it's all black blade, black handle. So this is called a tactical knife, and in general a lot of the WithArmour products have a tactical design, and this is for both their fixed blades and their folding knives. If you like black aggressive knives that look like murder death weapons, you will like the WithArmour products. Let's first have a look at the specs of this WithArmour Raymond. The blade length is 3.1 inches long. The handle is 4 inches long for an overall length of 7.1 inches. Now let's see how heavy this knife is. 9 grams, 100 grams, so that's pretty light. And that would be, in ounces, 3.53 ounces. So a really nice light knife, but even though it's light, it still has got a little kind of a heft, or there is weight to the knife, which I actually like. The blade thickness is 4 mm thick, and there's some jimping over here. And the blade style is a drop point blade, although there's kind of a curve up over here, so it's upswept a bit, and it's got a nice belly as well. It's a full flat grind, and this is a black stone wash finish. The blade steel is D2 steel. It's got a hardness of 61 HRC. That's pretty high. Now, D2 steel is a versatile high carbon, high chromium, air hardening to steel with high hardness capacity and good wear resistance. It has also one of the highest levels of carbon among two steel alloys. However, D2 steel is not categorized as a stainless steel because it doesn't have that 13% of chromium content to make it stainless. Because of this, D2 steel is referred to as a semi-stainless 2 steel. Now, so it can rust, so you do have to take care of it. Now, this is coated, so it might improve the corrosion resistance, but you'd still need to take care of it. And also take note, because D2 is such a hard steel, it is also pretty tough to sharpen. The handle is G10, very nice. It's got good ergos as well, and I think, you know, there's a lanyard over here, and there's also some hardware over here. This looks like a Torx T8, I believe, and I'm sure the scales probably can come out, but you know, it feels really good. This feels very flush, so you don't get that bite or hot spot because of those bolts, so that feels really good. And this comes with a Kydex sheath, which you saw earlier. Now, Kydex is really one of my favorite materials for sheaths, especially in this climate. I'm in a tropical climate, so especially with a blade like D2, you do not want a leather sheath which absorbs moisture, and that can be tough to store a D2 blade in, or any kind of high carbon steel if it's not a stainless steel blade. So Kydex is the way to go. Now, Kydex is a thermoplastic which is molded around the blade, and you can see it fits in just like that and clips in, and that's pretty solid all around. And that's, I think, a decent fit. And to take it out, you just use your thumb to push out and you can pull that out. So I do like that sheath. It feels very well made. It's got a nice solid clip as well. This clip, I believe, is made of ABS plastic. So does the WithArmour Raymond make for good urban or jungle EDC? So let's talk about the knife itself first. So the size and shape is very EDC friendly, yet it's a very robust knife that can perform both urban and even jungle tasks. For the jungle, I'll consider this as a secondary knife in a 2-knife EDC system, so it would not be my primary knife unless I'm going for a really easy light hike. Now, even though this is a small knife, the longer handle provides a very good grip and allows for a solid purchase. While the blade shape may feel a little bit threatening and the black tactical look may scare some people if you wave it around, well, you really shouldn't be waving this knife around in public. So being small and black can have an advantage of being discreet if you use it discreetly, which is good for an EDC. So besides a good knife, I think that thought has really been put into this Kydex sheath as well, and that's what makes it a good urban and jungle EDC, because you can carry it in a variety of ways. If you want to belt carry, you can carry it vertically as it's mounted out of the box, so you just clip that onto your belt. You can also remove the clip and remount it on the sides. So the great thing is they have used this standard of 0.75 inches to really space out the holes, which means that you could put the belt clip on any of these holes if you like. So if you rotate it 90 degrees and you put it over here, in this orientation, you can horizontally carry it, all right, or horizontal carry. You can put it on the opposite side of your master hand. That means if I'm a right-handed, I can put this on the left side of my body, in front of my body on my belt, and I can cross-draw the knife, just like that. And I think this would be a great way to carry it, and I would carry it this way if I were to belt carry it, as it's small enough to put on the front of the waist without it being in the way or too cumbersome. And you can always cross-draw, as I showed, for fast and quick deployment. Of course, if you belt carry, be sure you comply with your local laws on open or concealed carry. If I were to carry this on my belt, it would be strictly in the jungle. You can also clip the knife to your pack, but I would probably put a paracord through the lanyard hole and tie it to my pack as a safety line, just in case if you're going through rough terrain, for whatever reason this dislodges, you won't lose the knife because it's attached to that paracord. Now, if you do not want to clip carry, you can also remove the clip entirely. So just unscrew that, remove the screws and the spacers, and you can store the knife in your pack or a pouch. And if you've got long pockets or a cargo pants, right? If you're wearing cargo pants, if you've got deep pockets on the side, that can go inside the pocket as well. You can also use it as a neck knife. So take out the clip and you loop your paracord through these two holes here, and it'll be perfect to use with a neck knife survival system. Now, if you want to check out my video on such a neck knife system, do check out the link in the card above or the description below. So in terms of carry and concealment, it is very versatile. The size, weight, and functionality make it ideal as an urban or jungle EDC fixed blade. What I really like is that this one knife can fit both environments. The retail price of this knife is $69 US. Now, this is not expensive, but it is not super budget as well. I think it's an okay, fair price to pay. In comparison, the popular SE Azula 2 with handle scales is about US $90, and that's also a D2 blade steel. So I don't really have any complaints about this knife. I think it's a great knife, and in general, at least with my experience looking at WithArmour knives, those that I picked up and those that I own as well, I think they make great products. So I would highly recommend the knife. My main gripe is really more about the company itself, or specifically the marketing material and the product info. Let me give you an example. If you go to the product page of the knife, you'll see they label this as a 7.1 inch knife. But this refers to the overall length of the knife And the practice in general is to list the blade length of the knife. So this should really be a 3.1 inch knife because that's the blade length. I've highlighted this to them months ago, but obviously it's not been changed. And the thing is, for different products, sometimes they list the blade length, sometimes they list the overall length as the official product length. So there's no consistency. Then in this description, it states that this is a 44C blade steel, which is a stainless steel blade. But later in the specs, they state it's D2. And we know that from the billboarding of the knife, this is actually a D2 blade steel. I also highlighted this to them months ago, but no change as well. And if we scroll down to the bottom of the page where the footer text is about the company, you can see it's just placeholder text left by the web designer or the template of the website theme. I also highlighted this months ago, but it has not been changed. All these things affect the credibility of the brand. And in a competitive market, credibility and trust is essential, especially if you're trying to get new customers. So hopefully the company will step up the game in this area, otherwise it'll be really hard to compete. And that would be a shame as their products are good. Their competitors such as Kaiser, We Knives and their sister companies like CCV or Sencut are all doing a great job in terms of the marketing. No spelling mistakes, everything is proper and everything looks good. They should really hire a strategic marketing consultant, especially one who knows knives. Well, that is my rant. But what do you think about the WithArmour Raymond? Do you think it makes for a good urban EDC fixed blade as well as a good jungle EDC fixed blade? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it sheath, keep it safe.